All right, good morning, cyber traders. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the last week of February. Good to see you, Grant, Nabel, everyone, Michael, Andrea. Good to see you all. Everybody hear me loud and clear? Let's do a quick audio check. All right, good. All right, perfect. All right, guys. So lot of crazy stuff going this weekend. First of all, obviously, everyone probably knows we're at a massive blizzard right now. I'm smack in the middle of it, and is it going to affect the stock market? I don't know because listen, they close all mass transit, everything. Everyone's stuck at their homes. Everything. There's emergency. Everyone has to stay home. It feels like COVID, like a complete ghost town. But it is pretty rough. I mean, it's really shutting down everything. Now, is it going to affect the stock market? Listen, obviously not. This is the beauty about the stock market now that everyone can do this anywhere over the world. It's not more geared towards the New York Stock Exchange, where if that's closed, everything is shut down. But everything is electronic, so you can see we're having some pretty good rallies in certain stocks. A couple of good buyouts. I do want to compliment Josh on the IBRX. For some of you here, if you've done that swing trade, if you've been focusing on the day trade even today, you did really well. I mean, this morning you can see here around 7:30, it was right around $8. Stock is almost up $2. Let's do the math. 1,000 shares, $2 move, $2,000, $500,000 salary. Not bad for a nice pay. And if you did the swing trade, you know what? It was great. We were watching it right around here at the beginning of January. It was at $2. Look at it. Beautiful run up. And, I know Josh got class going this week. I got class going on next week. And we got Traders Talk going, starting. We're moving it to tomorrow, just to let you know. But I know he's going to talk about it because these are the things that you learn to be part here at Cyber Trading University. You got to know how to play the game. You got to know how to watch the orders. You don't care what the company does. Maybe some of you do, but you don't take it personal, because if you did, you might miss this opportunity. So a lot of good things we need to talk about, everything. And a couple other things I want to kind of bring up. So obviously, before we get started and go through the watch list and talk about what we did yesterday, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone that's going to be here, a new trial member. If you're new here to Cyber Trading University and you're starting your trial, please don't buy anything. You're only here to watch and how we teach our traders how to think for themselves. So if you're in the room right now and you're on our trading floor, just sit back. If you have any questions, message us, ask us. I'll be happy to help you through it. Because remember, trading's not for everybody, And if you're watching on social media, once again, there's that little QR code in the top left-hand corner. Just scan it, and you can come join our trading floor. All right. So anyway, let's go through what happened last week, because there were a lot of nice little movers. Friday did work out to be a pretty good day. The crazy part about this whole storm, to get back to the storm situation. So I was on vacation for the last 2 days yesterday because my kids were off. It was a big winter recess. So many people got stuck over, can't get back here till Wednesday, Thursday. I have some friends of mine that went overseas. They can't get back till next Saturday. So it is pretty crazy that what's going on in what the snowstorm could do, how it could shut down everything. So just wanted to kind of bring that up, that I come back to this, and sure enough, there's gonna be a lot of people going to be absent. So and I can see even here in the cyber group room, there's a lot of people that are not logged in as much as we used to. It's probably one of the lowest attendance I've seen, and I know it has a lot to do with the storm. But there are a lot of things that are moving. And on Friday, there were some really nice moving stocks. I do want to start off with silver. Silver's been having a really nice little momentum. Built a lot of support levels right around that 68. It's up about $10 from where we originally been watching it. It's moving very consistently. Silver is going back on the watch list. Remember, when we find these stocks and we day trade them, they do trickle into swing trades, investments, option trades, okay? So silver, great move from yesterday. We saw the consistency going into the close, trading very strong, and it gapped up again this morning. Google also, a lot of support levels around 300, kind of tested it, made a nice little push. Google's also doing pretty well. I remember there are two of them. There's GOOGL, and there's GOOG. There's a couple of them out there, but they all basically Great low trends at those levels. That did really well. And it's also pushing up still strong right now again. So that was down from 300 down to 350. Apple, another really good trending stock, did really well. That one I did buy. That one I do own right around I own at 159 or 158, some crap like that. So that one did pretty well. That's moving up nicely. Tested at big support levels. That was moving up a little on the expensive side. I had a student ask me and said, Fausto, why did you buy Apple? Why don't you trade the options? Well, and it's a great question, because that's why a lot of people trade options. And just kind of let you know, I like to sell options. So if I own the stock cheap, obviously you need money to sell options because you have to own the stock. I'm taking the other side. But that's basically what I did. If someone was asking me, I want to share that with you, all of you. But yeah, that was a good trade. There was a couple other ones out there. AGO was a nice little mover that turned into a day trade, into a big swing trade. AG is also, that one's moving up really nicely. Still continue to go up. You could see it. Stock was down to 24. It's at 28. I'm throwing that back on the day trading watch list. AG. Got that one right there. What else? We got a couple of more. This is Pasha's Pan American Silver. This is trading right with silver. That one's doing really well too. XP was another nice little cheap little stock that moved up nicely, 21 to 23. Another strong one. ETSY. That one did really well too after getting crushed from 45. Starting to make a little bit of bounce. Let me tell you, there were a lot of stocks that got really beat up. There was some really good sales, a lot of stocks on sale, so if you missed it and, you missed that sale, 3 months, 6 months ago, a lot of them came back down. And then we had a lot of good shorts. ASTS was a good short after having a huge rally. Now it's down to that 78. It's getting close to some pretty big support levels. That's going on sale soon. Well, if it's not, but it looks like the price keeps getting beat up. RXLB was another rocket lab, another big runner. Went from like 37 to 100. That one's backing off. Big resistance 75. Probably still looks like it's going lower. NBIS was another one that we had a nice little short on Friday. That one ran from 108 to 96. ONDS was another one that got beat up yesterday on Friday. CRWZ, WV. That one was a nice little short too. And last one, Irene. Nice little short too, getting close to big support levels. Don't like how it's consolidating right here. All right, so that's what happened on Friday. There was a lot of new stocks that moved this morning too that we had on the list. I want to put them up there. We had these stocks that we found this morning. Nuvo got really crushed. Nuvo is back on the watch list. NVO, that one, bad news that came out. I think we posted a news on. We'll post it up there again. That one, RXT. That one was the one from Friday. That one's going back on the watch list. RXT, and I'm going to check some orders really quick on this one. RXT on iceberg orders go. Not really the greatest. Not really seeing too much out there. I'll show you what I see out there. There's a couple of orders hovering here around 230. Nothing great. So that one, and what was the other one? Okay, and then we had the VNDA. That one, it's kind of like hovering here. A lot of resistance levels. I'm probably going to take that off, even though we found it this morning. It's up 40%. I'll put it on the B list. Remember, we put the watch list at 7:45 to 8 o'clock in the morning. So we're already at 9:11. So that's about, an hour, a while ago, over an hour ago, hour and a half. So that's one of the reasons sometimes they look good and sometimes they don't. But the one that we're really keeping an eye on is right here, the IBRX. So IBRX, I just want to show you something that just happened as we speak. Okay. So right here, if you guys could see it, first we got to thank Josh for that, because that was great swing trade once again. And he did call out the $10 resistance levels. Now, if you notice right here, I just want to bring this up really quick. You see that big red line? That red line was 70,000 shares. Now, as I move it, you could see here, you see a big green ball showed up right there? Okay. That order got filled, and now that order looks like the guy says, screw that, I'm canceling my order. And that's why the orders are starting to leave. All right. So now we're down to 13,000. So we went from 70 to 13. What does that tell you? Well, that's what you learn at Cybertrade University. So that stock is looking really, really nice. Is it too late to get in? Never too late. Never too late to get into it. What's the news on it again? I think they said it came out with a really good pharmaceutical cancer drug on that trade, and I think it's we'll post the news up again. But listen, a lot of resistance levels right here going back in 24. All right, so you got $10.50 right around there. So keep an eye on that. Right. All right, so let's put that down over here. Now, there are a couple other stocks that are moving. Just want to put this on the watch list. That's the warrant. We're not going to trade that one. There's this one that's a buyout. It just got bought out, so we're going to scrap this. Just obviously, congratulations to the owners on that one. Up 78%, up $50. Always happy to see that. That's the one we called out earlier. Once again, we'll go through our big percentage gainers. Not all of them are tradable. This one's not looking too good. This one is starting to back off. Don't like the spread. Fabo, this one is not bad. Looks like it just got a lot of iceberg orders that showed up on the bid. I'll show you right here. See all those orders right there? I see those red lines. So people keep buying it. So keep testing. It's going back up. So this one doesn't look that bad. Inexpensive, 7 million shares, up 15%. What else we got here? This one's up 21%. Volume's too low. Yeah, this one's starting to back off a little bit now. You can see that got really close to that $10. See that? Literally just scratched the surface. $9.97. Everything that we talk about. And that's about it on the NASDAQ gainers. Losers. What do we got here? Down 51%. Can't short that one. ABTS. Volume is too light. Volume is too light. Well, volume's all light on all those. New York Stock Exchange got a nice little run up on this stock right here. ALUR. I don't know why I'm getting really slow internet connection right here. But this one just gapped up a little bit to $2 down to $150. Let's go check out the orders on this one. ALUR. We traded the stock before. Cheap, inexpensive, good spread. All right, got a couple of big iceberg orders hovering here right now at about 160. Got 20,000 and 10,000. So this one's pretty good. What else we got here? This one's up, got good volume. Spread looks pretty decent. Guys, I don't know why my data is running slow today. Yeah, there's a buyout. All right, so that answers that. That's why we need to chart. Once we get right around 10%, we're gonna crap it out. Yeah, Andre is telling me about Tops. Yeah, Tops, we had a lot of fun with Tops. That stock ran from $5 up to $9. Looks like she's on a move right now, but she gapped up and she came back down, Andrea. So Top ships. Little blast from the past, right? Let me go check out and see if you see any orders out there on that one. It's gapping up a little bit. I see a couple of people bidding it up, but kind of weird on the chart. Kind of messy. Look at that. See that? A couple of big orders here. Somebody uptick. Very, very light volume on that one. And that pretty much does it. Okay, we know Novax. There it is. We got that one on there, right? NVO, Novo. That thing's getting crushed. Crushed. We'll post the news up there in a little bit. Yep, Tops was one of my favorite stocks, but I try to forget about that a little bit, Andre, after what happened in the past. We did really well. We did really well on it, but Dryers made a lot of money. But those shipping companies definitely were really great. Oh, silver, we already know about that, right? So we got that one, that one. What else we have? Oh, and we have obviously NVIDIA is moving up pretty nicely this morning. NVIDIA is going to go back on the watch list. NVDA. So I jump back into NVIDIA. It looks like it's starting to consolidate here. Never made any new lows. See if it gets past that 190. Let me go check out the orders on NVIDIA. Yeah, those orders are still out there, it looks like. Yep. They're still out there, 195. You get past that 190. You see the orders out there? They're still out there. Those are the same orders that are out there. And remember, this is pre-market. All right, traders, let's get ready for the market to open up. We open about 15 minutes. All right, guys. So if you're watching on social media, if you want to come join our trading floor, here's a little QR code. You can click on it, and you can come and join our trading room. If you're watching on social media, if you're new here to Cyber Trade University, remember, new trial members, just sit back, watch, don't trade anything. You're only here to see how we teach our traders that are in the room how to think for themselves. And that's what you want to know, because you got to learn before you can earn. Cyber traders, as always, you see something, you say something. Classes today, you got phase 2 with Josh, and then tomorrow we got Traders Talk, all right? And then we have my really, really good friend of mine, Richard, Big Daddy's coming on Traders Talk. I'm not Traders Talk, on my podcast on Cyber Traders on Wednesday. Look forward to having him. We'll let you guys know a little bit about it. If you make sure you just look for that email. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. Happy trading. We'll be right back in about 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere.